Oh my, you've just found out you've got someone very special coming for dinner, no less, and you want to set the table really pretty. But it's February. There's not much color out in the garden right now. So why not make an herbal bouquet for the centerpiece for your table? Now, if it's a small table or tea table or something small, you might want to pick a smaller vase. If it's a larger table, you want a little bit bigger vase, perhaps. But here's the thing right now. We need a bright color for your vase, not just the clear glass or something like that, because we need some color. So depending on the rest of your decor or how large the area, depends on what vase you may use. But let's try to find a vase that has a lot of color, because we're mainly going to have shades of green and shapes with our herbs, but not a lot of flowers. So our color will be more towards the base instead of the top. So that's the first thing that we're going to start with. Now, something else you might notice here is the leaves in the pink vase. Those are sweet potato leaves. They are beautiful. No, it's not sweet potato season yet, but I had some sweet potatoes in the window and they really leafed out quickly with all this heat and sunshine we've had. So I picked some of the longer ones because I'm going to plant the others when they root. But they make a beautiful, beautiful piece to go in your vase. They may not be necessarily considered an herb, but to me, herbs are just green plants. There's all kinds. You can eat sweet potato leaves, by the way. They're delicious, but let's not eat these. We're going to use these for decorating. So let's go out in the garden and see what we can find. Now, we want to keep in mind, let's see what we got. I got a menagerie of things here. I decided instead of the oregano, since this is a little bit bigger pot than the other one, I got some honeysuckle vine. It kind of hangs down. And instead of the sweet potato vines, you could use either or all. It's up to you what you feel like. But let's start with the more of a base part of building the plant. Now, I used to work in a flower shop, but I didn't make flower arrangements. I was the secretary for Rick in Canonsburg, Kentucky. Hi, Rick, if you're watching. I doubt you even know my channel exists, but I may try to get a hold of you. So wonderful people there, great little flower shop. Yeah, it's in Canonsburg, Kentucky, just outside of Asheville. But anyway, yeah, I didn't do flower arranging. So again, this is where having fun and learning artistic abilities, non-artistic abilities, just have fun with it. Okay, what I'm doing right now is taking off the little ones with little dead pieces that don't look that great. And since it's going to go in the water, I'm going to have to take off the lower leaves. And I hate doing that because that's some of the prettiest bunches of leaves on here. But you don't want the leaves in the water. It makes the water go bad quicker. Okay, this is a nice long one, but if we put it in the vase, it's probably going to be a little bit, maybe too long, depending how far you want it to go around the table. I'm going to wrap this around and see what we have. I'm going to leave it in there for right now. Might be kind of cool that way. Let's go through the handle of the vase to kind of hold it a little and encircle it. And I think that'll be really pretty. I like things that have a little bit of a wild flavor. Now this is the lower half of our arrangement. Okay, here's where I cut it. So now it's actually been cut on both ends, so it probably won't matter on this one. Really don't like this vine too much. There's a lot of yellow, starting to yellow leaves, so we're not going to use that one. This one's been broke at both ends too. So I brought my little cutters from the garden that I cut them with because I'm trimming them up. Okay, I'm holding here with my finger where I'm going to cut. So I'm going to cut that off. And I'm going to clear these lower leaves off the vine. And we're going to stick that in there. We're still working on our lower layers. Okay, that's about it for that. I want to get these little cut pieces out of the way so they don't distract my eye from the balance and what I'm trying to do with my vase. Okay, now, let's see. Let's do it this way. Then we can get a good picture in our mind of what we're working with here. And you can do this however you want. Now, an herbal bouquet not only will be pretty, I think, but it's going to smell good too. Really good. Now, isn't that a pretty piece? That's parsley. I don't know how long it's going to last. We're going to find out. The problem is I didn't get a long enough stem. It just got too low down, so I hate to have to cut this because it's almost like in a perfect triangle. Man, I wish that was longer. I don't know. It might. We're going to try it. Nope, it's not going to work. So I'm going to have to pull off these lower leaves, which I really didn't want to do. But here we go. Now let's try it. Now that's good because that's our lower. We need something in the back here. I've got some more, so I'm going to put them back here too. Plus these that I cut off will fit back here. And we're going to kind of go all the way around. Now we've got the low one. We're still working on a lower level, but a little bit higher than the last one. Remember, we're going to layer different levels, different heights of the plant. I've never had any training in this, but I'm just thinking that's the way I do it. It's just what makes sense. just a feeling with your gut. So, Rick, if you and your wife are watching, don't like this. It's kind of broke. Wouldn't look good. I hope I didn't break my flowers because I didn't have many flowers. But this is the yellow to accent the yellow vase. What do you think? So I'm going to lay them aside because I'm going to place them last. Okay, I have some Jerusalem sage. Got a nice little bunch of that. I'm going to have to get these lower leaves off. That's really pretty leaves. On this Jerusalem sage, it's got really pretty leaves. Okay, that's kind of a lower one too. Now we're going to have room to put our, I'm going to go ahead and put the taller rosemary in and then poke around underneath it to add some of these others. Something else that I found that I thought was really pretty was hanging down off my green stock container, was this thyme that had turned red from the cold. And I just thought it had so much color. I've got to take off some of it to get my stem. Okay, let's try that. We're going to use this side as our front. I'm going to stick that in there. That's going to give us a little color out front. Kind of hangs down, but it's pretty. It gives us a little bit of color. Because remember, it's winter and we just don't have much color outside. Okay, I also have another type of sage. I'm not sure what kind this is. Remember, I have told the story of how I got this plant before. I do know it's some sort of a salvia, but I just don't know what kind. So I'm taking lower stems and leaves off, place it around. Let's get down. I've got a little more, but I want to get to the rosemary because that's my taller part. And we're going to stick it right down the middle. Boy, it didn't get too tall, did it? I think I was thinking of that other vase I had out here. This slightly. It's trying to give a kind of a V shape, and then tallest in the back to give it a triangle effect almost. And then get out front here and see how that's looking. You know, that's not bad. That is not bad. Let's do another little bit of this Jerusalem sage in here. See, we've got some on this side, so let's balance it. Remember my other video, I talked about balancing when I was talking about building an alcove in your garden and the balance of the room that you're working in the garden. Okay, that's what we're trying to do here with this bouquet. And Rick, if you and Bonnie are watching, you're probably saying, oh, she's making a mistake there, she's making a mistake there. No, I doubt if they would say that. But it's probably not the way they do it. Like I said, I've never had training. I just go by my gut instinct of what would look nice. It's a little bitty one, but I don't think I have a long enough stem. Okay, let me get over here and look at that now. Oh, guys, I think it looks good. It's really pretty. Let's put in our yellow accent. Actually, you will never guess what these are. This is bok choy blossoms. It's going to seed. I didn't want to cut too much because I want the bok choy seed for my fall garden. But we're going to stick it, okay, we want it kind of prominent. So we're going to stick it right there. Because this is our accent color. That and the red thyme. Again, I'm thinking of the triangle effect coming out to the sides and something on top. Let's give it a little more on the top. Okay, now let me look and see. What do you think? I think it turned out great. Not only that, but it's going to smell wonderful because it's herbs. Herbs and flowers, just really that's bok choy flowers. It's just made with, it's an herbal bouquet. I love it. Do you? Let me know in the comments below and give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. It's free. And hit that bell if you want to know when I put a video out. Thanks. You know what? God is good. He just has so many beautiful things that he has given us. Wow, I'm excited about this. I haven't made a herbal bouquet in a long time.